What's up, everyone? This is Ryan Lang, MVP, and in today's video we're gonna do a throwback. We're gonna talk about casual sex. What is casual sex? And why do people still continue to have casual sex in 2019? You wanna know why? It's because of the surrounding. It's because of how they were raised. It's because of personal choices. Like I always tell people in all my other videos to stay motivated, but I can't tell people anything when it comes to sex. People can have as much sex as they want. Now, in my previous video on casual sex, I told of a whole bunch of different scenarios and weird stuff. But today we're going to focus on 3 points. The first point we're going to talk about is dopamine. Like, what kind of kick do you get out of just randomly hooking up with somebody, not knowing? And what is the rush in getting with somebody new? You know what the rush with getting with somebody new is? It's just the excitement of just new attitude, new personality, new vibe. The more vibe, the better it is. I think I gotta put my glasses back on. The sun's pretty bright out there. Back to casual sex. Like, when you meet somebody and the sex is bad, do you stay or do you leave? That is a question that you have to ask yourself. I don't have to ask that. See, right now, I'm a married man. And when you're married, you still date your wife. You still have sex with your wife and you don't get bored. Because the end result is still the same thing. It's safer, you won't catch AIDS, and you know what you're dealing with. So, when people get married, they still have to continue dating, and they still have to have great sex. And if somebody doesn't want to learn how to have great sex, guess what? That's too bad. But, bad sex on the first date doesn't mean anything, because what if the guy is so excited, oh my god, this girl's like smoking hot, and he just keeps thinking, okay, how am I going to keep up with this girl? She's out of my league. How is somebody out of your league? They have the same high, speak the same language. You got to just make sure you're looking good. You're feeling good. And fellas, if you got a whole whack of money, or if you don't, you have some credit card, you can Airbnb a spot, rent yourself a nice car and tour, create whatever illusion you need to win that woman. Is she worth it? Yeah, if she got money like that. And yeah, if you really genuinely love her. How do you know if you love somebody? Is it by physical attraction or is it by spiritual attraction? What are you attracted to? Is it the asset, what they got going on? There has to be more. What if you meet somebody and everything seems to be going right? You like the same food, you like the same movies. She finished your sentence, you finish her sentence. Does that make everything better? Not necessarily. You meet her and all this stuff is great, but sex is horrible. Like, are you going to stay around if the sex is bad? Sometimes you have to do a trade-off. You got to ask yourself, good or bad sex, is it important? Is sex like 60% of a relationship? Not really. I think it's about half. And that's just my opinion. But don't listen to my opinion. I am just a blogger. This is Ryan Lang, MVP, and I'm here to encourage and to motivate people. But I'm doing a throwback today on casual sex. Why is it important to have good sex in your relationship? Like, how do you connect with people? Do you connect only on words? Do you connect on emotion? Do you connect on love? Do you connect on sex? Sex sells. Everybody's trying to sell something. If you want to sell a video, start dressing a bit sexier. Somebody clicks on a video, they see some girl showing some cleavage. It's like, whoa, that caught my eye. You just get intrigued. So, if you have better sex life, then you're more intriguing. The more sex you have, the more younger you're going to look. I'm not a doctor. I don't need to tell you any of this stuff. To each your own. And also keep your sex life out of the media. Be private with it. It's supposed to be sacred. The whole entire world is not supposed to be known what you're doing in your bedroom. Now, back to dopamine. The problem with some of these guys, they get excited, they watch all these pornography and all this stuff, and they got all these dopamine running through their body, and they think they're some porn star. You're not a porn star unless you practice to be one. Leave it to the professionals. Those guys get paid a whole whack of money, go through a whole bunch of testing, and to each your own. Can you be a porn star in your own relationship? Why not? Be your own porn star. But don't try to be somebody you're not. And it can be learned. You also have to eat right, eat on time, don't get stressed out. Because if people get stressed out, you're arguing with your wife and you think you're going to get in a boner after she's cussing out, your heart's all wrenched out, you're arguing with your girlfriend, you want to have angry make-up sex. That's not going to work for everybody. Not everybody has the control to control the heart and down there. Now, to all my fellas, whenever you're getting some, think about the most beautiful thing. Clear your mind. Don't go to war without your helmet. If you're not married, make sure you gift wrap that bad boy. 1 condom, 2 I don't care how many. Put on 5 if you have to. Make sure you get it right. Because sometimes you go to war without your helmet, you'll get injured. And when you get injured, sometimes it's a lifetime injury. It's not just some chlamydia. It's not just some gonorrhea. It could be herpes. It could be something that's uncurable. Now, I don't know what people are teaching kids in school today, but sex ed starts from home. What are you teaching your kids? Who do you ask about all this stuff? Do not be ashamed. Talk to your kids, parents. Talk to your kids every day about this stuff because it's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with sex. People should have more sex, especially married people. When you get married, you stop having sex? I don't think so. In fact, you should have more. But don't just be like some hound dog fellas. Don't just go out there and pop it on your wife like that. Make sure that you work your way in. Ladies, when you're in an argument with your husband, don't close the gate. Make sure the gate is open. Because if you close the gate, then you're inviting somebody else in your relationship, ladies. That's not to say when your husband is doing wrong, you're going to give him all this thing. But at the same time, you closing the gate, that's opening another gate. And that other gate, what's going to happen? Your husband's going to go out there and he's going to be screwing around. Or he takes a free pass and he does all this stuff that he shouldn't be doing. And before you notice it, you have an unwanted child. Now, fellas, don't get carried away. Gift wrap that bad boy. Ladies, make sure the gate's open. Even when you're in an argument. Love. What happened to love? Who gives you love? Your wife gives you love? You give yourself love? What are you doing to love yourself more, fellas? Like, first of all, make sure you eat healthy. Make sure you work out. Make sure you brainwash yourself. It starts with mind. And the mindset is you have to control your feelings, control your subconscious. Consciously make great decision on what you want. Now, back to sex. Everybody wants sex. Like, this society in this day and age in 2019, sex sells. What are you selling in your relationship? Both married people and couples, make sure you guys have a happy sex life. Don't stop doing it. More sex equals more happiness. But you have to control yourself. That don't mean you go out there and you just throw it all on everybody. You know, sex is a secret thing. And you should keep it in your marriage. Keep it in your relationship. And you should always work your way up to greater sex. Now, ladies, remember, keep the gate open, and even in an argument. Don't let your husband go out there and cheat. You know, I recently read a stat in Canada, they're saying like 80% of people cheat. Like, who comes up with these numbers? That's just an opinion. So, my opinion towards sex doesn't affect you. You need to decide on what's going to work for you. Keep your sex life out of social media. I'm not here talking about my sex life, because what I do is my business. But I thought I would do a throwback on this video to let you guys know part of being happy is to have a lot of great sex. So when you get married, you don't lock down and have all these kids and stop having sex and having sex once a year. No, you have sex all the time. But you have to decide and agree to disagree. Guys, don't be a hound dog. Ladies, don't come expecting some porn star. You better put in the work. It's a give and take. So make sure you're giving in your sex life and in your relationship constantly. This is Ryan Lang, the most valuable person. Remember to press the subscribe video, the subscribe button, not video, the subscribe button, that red button in the bottom right there. Make sure you press it because I need more subscribers. I need to be more motivated so I can pump out these crazy videos. Anyways, this is Ryan Lang, the most valuable person. Remember to press the bell as well so you can be notified for my future video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.